Welcome to Viral Podcast episode number 0. So we are starting a podcast coming up. We are in Taipei, Taiwan at Lian Li HQ, and we thought what a better way and what a better place to start the new Viral Podcast than at our favorite company, Lian Li. So we are here with Jameson, the CEO, and we're just going to get into it, kind of talk about his origin story, how he got started, how he became the CEO, his philosophy in design, new products, and then we'll get into maybe some of the new products that are becoming later this year. So Jameson, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I guess we'll get into how long have you been working at Lian Li?
So I officially started working at Lian Li since 2017. So we started from a factory, which we manufacturing high-end aluminum cases.
Right.
And then my father was the founder of this company. And then when I was still in college, I sometimes go to exhibition to help out to kind of know the case, PC, and everything else. So after I graduated from college, actually that time Lian Li was kind of in the struggle moments because the cost getting higher and higher in Taiwan in terms of productions.
What did you study in university, if you don't mind?
Which major did I study?
Yeah,
I actually studied management, but before I studied in management, I actually studied industrial design for 1.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Did you always have the idea that you were going to one day be a part of Lian Li in a big way?
No, actually, there was a decision that I make during my senior year.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what would I do in the future. I was thinking to actually finding jobs actually in the US.
Yeah.
But then
In tech, or what industry were you trying to?
actually in finance.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but then it was 2016 was the moments where the overall business was not really good for Lian Li in terms of the business as a whole.
Right.
So I know I have passion because I know this kind of stuff since I was very young.
Yeah. So 40 years ago, there wasn't cases like this. What was your dad doing 40 years ago when he first initially founded the company?
So he was started with manufacturing just a PCIe bracket.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah. So the bracket that we use to cover the PCIe slots.
Yeah.
So you start with that. And
Okay.
then go to the old STD bay. The
Yeah.
hot swappable STD bay.
Okay.
And then moving that from to the full aluminum PC case. Yeah.
So when was the first case? Do you think? What year was the first PC case?
It was so long ago.
Yeah. So it was early in 30 years ago.
PC7, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
Well, so you went to university, studied, and then 2016 the company was not doing so hot. And then you decided you could help. You knew you could help.
Yeah. So I actually landed in the company not as a CEO, but as the product manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So my job was to create products to help the company to having more sales. So I actually having a little bit of learning curve, to be honest. So at that time, everyone, every other product manager in many companies, we go out look after what's good on the markets that we can kind of take inspiration from.
Yep.
Right? But the result actually doesn't turn out so well, and then that's why I realized we have to invent our own. We can actually look at the market and to see what's good.
Yeah, because I guess traditionally a lot of case manufacturers, not all of them, but traditionally a lot, go to places like China. They see cases that are really nice, and then they basically buy the design and put their name on it, and then that's the case.
Yes.
But whenever you were looking for cases, you couldn't find anything that met your specifications for performance and looks.
Well, I initially started with doing similar stuff, right? But then the model name was the Alpha 550 330. I don't know if a lot of people still remember that.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Right.
But then
if you have one of those computers still, drop it and send us a picture. Send us a DM. It'd be really cool to see.
And then after that, I basically the O11 is not my first create. It's not like initially from me, to be honest. It originally DND before me in 2015 already had the O11, but the O11 was not really polished. Yeah, so like combined with what I have observed on the markets and also combines the media feedbacks and then to make it polished.
Yeah.
To also make it so that the overall design is more reasonable. Also like overall cost, pricing, everything else to fit the mainstream market.
Yeah.
Be more.
Yeah. So I mean, and so the O11D was probably what really put Lian Li on the map. What really made it more mainstream.
Yeah.
And then the partnership with the Bauer, kind of, you always, and you still to this day, you take customer feedback very, very, very seriously. I think you probably take more customer feedback than any CEO that we've talked to. I mean, you read the comments, you go on Reddit, you read the comments, you go on all the TikTok videos, see what people are saying, see the critiques, ask for the critiques. We were just in the other room just doing some prototyping on the new vision, and you were asking for our feedback, what works, what doesn't work. As a builder, as a customer, you built in this case multiple times already, so you kind of know the pain points. And then at Computex, we did some videos debuting the case, and already you're in our comments, reading the comments, people talking about airflow, and then we're going to address a lot of that here later in the episode. But you really take customer feedback and outside feedback very, very seriously.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like these are the products that will end up selling to the people leaving comments. So it's good to have them be part of it. Yeah, that's the idea.
Which is, I guess, the reason for the PCMR edition of the Evo. I mean, you really, that community of PC enthusiasts and PC modders, they're the ones that are using the product day in and day out and modding it. And then you take a lot of the DIY mods and you commercialize them and make them more polished. Like what we do with the Lian Li Evo and the XL, we've been taking the bar out and we call it the Clearview. And that's such a really cool design and look. But you've now one-upped that and you made your version of it way better with the customer feedback. So it's really up. So 2016 you come in, we got a little sidetrack. 2016 you come in, 2017 with O11D. And then, so when do you become CEO?
So I started to become officially CEO in 2019, I would say. Yeah, that's when the company started to pick up. And I don't know, like my father just thinks that it's time for him to retire.
He probably a lot of trust. He's seen what you did in a short period of time. He probably seen obviously the data and the numbers. We were making this much. You come in and help. Now we're making this much. I think you can handle it. You have the product design. You have the innovation. You're not just going out there and putting your name on pre-built cases, and that's Lian Li now. And everything you do is so intentional. Nothing is by accident, and nothing is just because. So. The modularity of all the cases, the fans, obviously you were one of the very first companies to do the Unifan design to minimize cable management. So where do you get a lot of this inspiration? Is it all from comments, or do you work a lot with engineers?
Actually, the inspiration usually it's not from like in-house. You have to go outside and then because I did a lot of factory tour.
Okay.
The good thing about factory tour is that you can actually to see if there's new technology. Because not only I do visit our own supplier, but also visited our factory that's not even in this industry. Also
to adapt other industries into the PC industry.
Yeah, and also like visiting factory, you will see sometimes you will see a lot of others. Development in other stuff. So and
you can challenge them on the spot. Like, why are you doing it this way? Why not this way?
Yeah, and also speaking of the inspiration from Unifan, I can share a little bit of background story. So I remember back then, I think it was Entech probably created the 240 by 120 size fan.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I think someone at the factory showed me the design and says they think this is cool. And then I think I was at that time was saying that I like the idea because at the end this is good for saving cables because I know like for example, like the fans with RGB usually come with 2 cables, and with 10, you end up with like 10
20
lot
cables
of spaghetti
plus
in
the
back.
hubs,
Yeah.
plus the SATA.
Yeah. So I think that's a good idea, but I think the idea is not really polished, because at the end, if you're going to, because the customer really like unified look, meaning that you will use the same fans inside out your cases, but imagining you have a set of like this 240 fans, it's hard to fit here or there. Yeah, and also you might end up like, if one's trying to, like a brand trying to sell this kind of stuff, you are going to end up with a lot of different SKU. So I think that idea it's on a good track, but it's not as polished. So that's why I kind of like talk to them and says, I think we can do this better by making it modular. I mean, we can find ways to connect it, and also because at the time we use a lot of photo pin already on our some cases with RGB. Like if you remove the front panel, that the RGB doesn't
Up in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, because some of the panels that with RGBs, that when you're trying to remove it, right, and then if you end up with a cables connected, then you have to unplug it, right? So that time we use a lot of pogo pins. So
Pogo pin?
Yeah.
That's a term?
Yeah, it's a term. Yeah. So we were thinking that I was thinking that maybe we combine the pogo pin idea alongside with the making the fans separated, so that you can build the similar stuff as the 240, 360, but also able to remove.
Yeah. So were you the very first? Were you the world's first fan design?
Yeah.
And now at Computex, you walk around, everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing that, which is a very cool design. So it probably makes you proud on one hand that you innovated something that really changed, the PC industry, in a big way.
I would say though, like I said, the inspiration usually not coming from in-house or not coming from the stuff that you work every day. It's more like look around online, or visit the different industry to see what other technology can we be utilized.
I love that concept of looking at other industries. It's kind of like how we build our business on the customizability of the cases. So we customize, obviously a lot of the O11s, and that inspiration came from the car world. In the car world, you really want something unique and different. And at the time, we were using commercial grade vinyl wraps, and we were treating it as a vehicle and a way to customize. So taking inspiration from other industries is an awesome idea. So I guess 2019 you became CEO, and then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
How was navigating the pandemic as a brand new CEO?
So actually, this was not expected that during a pandemic, I guess people are just at home, more willing to spend. So that's when we have our sales actually really picking up.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of supplier issues on the manufacturing side?
Actually, the supplier issue was a little bit troublesome at the beginning, but was okay later on.
Yeah. So kind of a perfect storm of you came in, started innovating, and then right when you were innovating and getting really popular, the industry got really popular.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just this perfect storm, and you've just been taking the momentum and just running with it. What's the next 5 years look like for Li & Li?
I think we're trying to because now we are having so many products already in the case category, and then also some cooling. We have also established a lot of new products that's already
the new
kind of
Galahad
famous.
LCD. It's really nice.
So my goal is to have make us top 3 for case, cooling, and power supply. That's
power supplies. You really want to. So you have a few power supply SKUs now, but you really want to concentrate on that. Is there a lot of innovation that could be done in the power supply market?
Not really, but still,
It's just a core component that you want to dominate.
But again, I think within I think we will still try to differentiate our product with everyone else. So even though like this, the power supply as a product as a whole is not like a lot of areas that you can innovate, but we will still innovate.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we were just ended Computex. We revealed a lot of the brand new stuff coming. These are still in prototype mode, and it's really, really cool. So we were just working with Jameson in the other room, and watching kind of his design product, we were kind of spitballing ideas back and forth. Why not this? Can we do it this way? And to see a CEO really be hands-on and as much hands-on as he is really gives us confidence that Lian Li is here to stay, always be innovating. They're not just going to see an idea and copy it. And to see a CEO really take that to heart and really demonstrate that, one, it's great for business, and two, it's great if I was working for Lian Li, it would be really nice to see as an employee, my boss and the owner with as much passion in the brand as you do.
Yeah. So the ways that I actually do things at work is like I will set up a goal, and then I will make sure that goal happens. Even though I have to actually step down and then actually do a lot of stuff myself, I will still do that in order to have my original goal being done.
Yeah.
For example, I remember I was Computex 2019 because a lot of our prototype and samples arrived really late. It was like only 2 days. We have to, build 10 computers, 10 computers. And at that time, I was kind of like short on hand for people to build PC for us. I remember I was here with them to build PC myself.
Yeah.
To prepare for the exhibition.
Yeah. So it's definitely not by accident the uprising that Lian Li has had. It's innovation, it's leadership, it's listening to customer feedback. I mean, it's the exact perfect recipe for a long-lasting business. And we couldn't be more excited that you invited us here. We absolutely enjoy your products. They're always a beauty to work with. The RMA process, the warranty process. If there's ever a problem, it's never an issue to get replacements. Yeah. Just the whole company in general. So from everyone here at Viral and obviously our entire community, thank you for everything we're doing. Really excited to see the future of Lian Li and the innovation that keeps coming. So we're gonna stick around for some other videos. We are going to be debuting some of the new products that are still in prototype. We have the new Lian Li fans with the screens on them. We have the new Galahad LCD, the Galahad Trinity, and the Performance. So a lot of really cool products to show you and review. And so that does it for episode 1. I mean, I'm pretty excited for very first episode. We have a high bar to set now for the rest of these episodes going forward. But once again, thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yep. Until next time.